Stop. Just for a moment, pause this.
I want you to recall the last conversation you had. Not a big, important one. The one by the coffee machine, the 5-minute catch-up call, the exchange of pleasantries with a cashier. Now be honest, how did you feel in the seconds after it ended? Was there a sense of satisfaction, or was it something else, something quieter? If the feeling was a subtle hollowness, a sense of being drained, or even a feeling of being more alone than you were before, I want you to know something crucial. You are not broken, you're not antisocial, you're not bad at small talk. You are simply experiencing the echo of a deeply human and deeply unmet need. It's the unique exhaustion that comes from performance. The performance of being fine. You play your part in the social script. You ask, how's your week going? You smile and nod. You comment on the weather or a recent sports game. On the surface, it's a success. You have participated in society, you have checked the box. But beneath the surface, your nervous system tells a different story. It feels the dissonance between the words exchanged and the connection sought. It's like sending out a signal into a vast space and hearing only the faintest, most generic echo bounce back. This isn't just a feeling. It's a biological reality, a form of social malnutrition, and it has a name, the social hangover. Let's look at the mechanics of why this happens. Your brain is not a machine for processing facts. It's an organ for connection. For millions of years, our survival depended on our ability to form strong, trusting bonds within a small group. Our brains evolved to crave and reward deep social connection, not just proximity, but genuine mutual understanding. Imagine your need for connection is like your need for food. Shallow conversations, the small talk about trivialities, are the social equivalent of junk food. They're like rice cakes or a sugary soda. They provide empty calories, they can temporarily fill the silence, they can stave off the immediate pang of awkwardness, but they provide zero actual nourishment. If your social diet consists only of this, you will inevitably become deficient. You'll feel irritable, lonely, and fundamentally hungry for something of substance. From a neurochemical perspective, it's fascinating. When we engage in deep, empathetic conversation, when we share a vulnerability and it's met with understanding, our brains release a cascade of positive chemicals, most notably oxytocin. Often called the bonding hormone or cuddle hormone, it fosters feelings of trust, safety, and deep belonging. It physically calms your nervous system. Small talk simply doesn't trigger this release. It's like knocking on the door, but never being invited inside. The chemical reward system is never activated. You expend social energy, but you get no neurological payoff. The transaction is a net loss. Now let's go even deeper, to a brain network called the default mode network, or DMN. The DMN is your brain's me network. It's most active when you aren't focused on an external task. It's the part of you that daydreams, reflects on the past, imagines the future, and crucially tries to understand the minds of other people. It's the seat of your narrative self. Deep, meaningful conversations are a feast for the DMN. When you discuss hopes, fears, strange ideas, memories, or what something felt like, you are firing up this entire network. You are connecting yourself to another self in a rich, complex way. Shallow conversations ignore the DMN entirely. They operate on a purely superficial, task-based level of the brain. That feeling of emptiness, of being bored or disengaged, that's your default mode network sending you a clear signal. I am starved, I need substance. This isn't engaging the real me, so what can we do? The answer isn't to become a recluse or to force every conversation into a profound philosophical debate. The art is in learning how to gently nudge a shallow conversation toward a slightly deeper current. It's about creating tiny openings for authenticity to peek through. Here are 4 simple, low-risk techniques. First technique, the curiosity bridge. Most small talk is a series of statements. Work is busy. The weather is nice. We're trained to respond with a similar statement. Mine too. Yes, it is. Instead, build a bridge with a gentle, open-ended question that shows you're actually listening. If they say, I'm so busy at work, your bridge could be, what's the most interesting challenge you're working on right now? Or, what does busy feel like for you these days? This isn't an interrogation, it's an invitation. You're shifting from exchanging data to exploring an experience. Second technique, offer a tiny truth. We often hide behind the automatic answer of, I'm good, thanks. This answer is a closed door. Try opening it just a crack by sharing a small, non-dramatic, honest feeling. Instead of "I'm good," try, "I'm feeling a bit contemplative today," or "I'm actually really excited about a book I'm reading." It doesn't have to be heavy, it just has to be real. This act of minor vulnerability is a powerful social signal. It says, "The mask is off. You can take yours off too if you want." Third technique, the generous assumption. We often default to small talk because we make a protective but limiting assumption about the other person. We assume they're not interested, they're too busy, or they'll think we're weird for going deeper. Try flipping this. Make the generous assumption that the person you're talking to is just as bored of small talk as you are. Assume they have a rich, complex inner world and would be relieved to be asked a question that actually touches it. When you operate from this assumption, your whole demeanor changes, your tone softens, your curiosity becomes genuine. People can feel this shift and they often respond in kind. And the fourth, simplest technique, embrace the pause. In a shallow conversation, silence is a vacuum that must be filled immediately. It feels like failure. In a deeper conversation, silence is space. It's room to think, to feel, to formulate a real response. After you ask a genuine question, or after they share something, resist the urge to immediately speak again. Hold the space for just 1 or 2 extra seconds. Let your face show that you're listening, not just waiting for your turn to talk. A quiet moment is an act of respect. It's where the real answers often live. But now we arrive at the single most powerful shift in perspective you can make about all of this. The true reason small talk feels so empty isn't because of the small talk itself. The emptiness is not caused by the shallow conversation, it is revealed by it. It's highlighting a pre-existing deficit, a lack of deep, nourishing connection in the rest of your life. Think of it this way. If you've spent your day eating balanced, delicious meals, a single, bland cracker isn't a big deal. It's just a cracker. You barely notice it. But if you've been starving all day, that same bland cracker feels like a profound disappointment. It's a painful reminder of the real food you're missing. The small talk is that cracker. Its painfulness is a direct measure of your underlying hunger for connection. So the ultimate strategy is not to try and turn every cashier into your soulmate. That's exhausting and inappropriate. The strategy is to ensure you are getting your main meals of connection elsewhere. Intentionally cultivate 1 or 2 key relationships where depth is the norm. Set aside dedicated time with a close friend, your partner, a family member, time where phones are down and the goal is explicit. To truly see and hear each other, ask the big questions. What's been on your mind lately that you haven't said out loud? What are you hopeful for? What's a small, good thing that happened this week? When your core need for connection is being met consistently in these dedicated spaces, something magical happens. The small talk everywhere else loses its negative charge. It stops feeling like a personal failure or a source of pain. It becomes what it was always meant to be, a light, brief, and harmless ritual for navigating shared spaces. A simple nod of acknowledgement to a fellow human. So the next time you leave a conversation and feel that familiar hollow ache, I want you to reframe it. Don't see it as a sign that you are awkward or that people are boring. See it as a compass, a beautiful, accurate biological compass. It's the oldest part of your brain gently tugging on your sleeve, reminding you of what you're made for. It's not pointing out a flaw. It's pointing you home. Your need for deep connection is not a weakness. It's your most fundamental human strength. Just slow down, be kind to yourself, and listen to where it wants to lead you.